of town as a city council member, but he's now on Zoom with us today, but I will be heading the meeting. So can we all please stand for the pledge? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Juan Castillo, President.
Present.
Lorena Delgadillo, Clerk.
Present.
Christina Clark, Member.
Present.
Laura Torres, Member.
Present.
Luisa Ariola, Member.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. 2.1 comments from the audience.
We don't have any.
You don't have any. Great. 2.2 SMS science competition recognition.
Somerton.
This is all right.
Yes.
Good afternoon, governing board members, Mr. Castillo, Ms. Delgadillo, Mr. Duron. We're gathered here tonight to present the accomplishments of some outstanding Cobras. So with us, I have Ms. Salter and Mr. Vasquez. If you can join us, please. So Mr. Vasquez and Ms. Salter will be presenting some recognitions, but before we get started, we do have a short clip for you. That was our science night back in December. So as you can see, we had our Cobras displayed their science projects. So we spent about 2 hours, going over rubrics and grading each and every single one of those projects. And then we also had Ms. Suarez for STEM with some games in the cafeteria, and you'll see some clips. Selecting our best projects was a very tough decision. We had some outstanding projects, but you'll see the best of the best in just a few seconds. That's Agustin Sanchez. Ms. Suarez on our STEM class. Basically, what our students did, they created their own Christmas video games. They worked for several hours, and I can tell you that I got first place, so I did compete against my students, but I got first place. I am competitive. Sarsif, Mr. Vasquez and Ms. Salter have more information for you. Oh, and that's, I'm sorry, Fiona Bell Mojares. She received first place at the Yuma County Science Fair and Expo. So she's also here with us tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. The people says that it takes a village to actually raise a kid. And this year I've been very, very fortunate to have the support of the parents, the support of the students, the support of the administration, the support of my team, who actually finally worked the way that I wanted to work with science. Okay, and push for the science projects, have a schedule, an agenda, and I'm actually seeing the results of this. Okay, like I got with the group of teachers, and I started pushing for, let's help our students create a project. Let's stay on top of that. Let's give them a grade for their work, and why not? Let's dream. And I even said, you know what, you can even end it up in the nationals. There is actually a national. So hopefully next year we may actually go back again to the national, this time with SARSEF. So with this in mind, has been like a roller coaster, helping here, there, but has been very, very positive response from my students. So with this in mind, I would like to recognize one of our SMS Cobras that also believe in me and their parents for the support, and 100% I believe in my student that she had all the chances to actually go all the way to the end of this. And I would like to recognize J.D. Arroyo for proudly representing Somerton Middle School. Okay, and how many judges do you see doing this?
4 different ones.
Okay, she went through 4 different judges, unknown people, in a video conference from Tucson, and I think it was very, very, very good moment for all of us to see how well she performed. So congratulations for the awesome job that you have done.
Yay.
Thank you. Also, I would like to recognize another very, very special student. And this one because she was awarded the first place at the Yuma County Science Expo in Engineering. And the thing is, she actually worked twice. Okay, most of my students, well, all the students actually produced 1 project. But I told her, if you actually want to have a chance to win at the Yuma County Science Expo, I will change your project for something that is actually, not that she didn't do her project well, but I know the capacities of my next student, which is Fionabel Mojares. Okay, I know that she can do great things. And with the support of both of the parents who are actually here, the Mojareses, okay, they also believe in that. So during Christmas, I guess instead of being like a normal kid, spending her time in Christmas thing that kids do, she started actually rewriting a new project. And she did it so well, okay, that for me, I was like, yes, definitely, this is it. So she wrote 2 projects, one for my grade and one for the county. And I'm very, very proud to say that I would like to recognize with this certificate to Fionabel Mojares in the year 2025 Yuma County Science Expo for representing the Cobras. And the first place goes to our letter from field to field. Congratulations, Fionabel Mojares. And I know this kid since she was actually very, very, very small. She joined the, they're also.
Congratulations.
I'm also very proud of her. Okay, the next one. This one is also a recognition because Fionabel also decided to participate with the support of the parents and all the work that is behind to participate at the SARSET in 2025. So this certificate, I would like to present it again to Fionabel Mojares for proudly representing Somerton Middle School in the interview and in the 2025 annual SARSET Community STEM in Tucson, Arizona. So I know when she goes to high school, she's gonna do awesome projects. My faith is on her. Congratulations, Fionabel. Wow. Congratulations.
Good job.
Up next, we have Ms. Salter. with recognitions for Cobras.
Good evening. Thank you for having me tonight. I can't tell you how proud I am. I'm sorry. And how much fun we had on Saturday. These students worked so hard and they were so diligent and passionate about what they were doing, and I'm so proud, and I know that they're going to motivate their peers next year, because next year we're gonna take over SARSF.
Yes.
Now that I know what to do. So the first one I want to recognize, she is such a trooper, you know, hanging out with these 4 boys all day on Saturday, and she just met them where they were at, and they had such a great time. Muncie, can you come up here and keep the drive. Oh, and we got DNA necklaces. We all got DNA matching necklaces.
Oh, I love it.
So you'll see our double units around here. But thank you, and I'm proud of you. You did a great job. And the next one I'd like to recognize.
Yes.
Lionel Lemes.
Your name?
Well, this student is just remarkable. He has such a fascinating mind and really dedicates himself to everything he does. And I don't see him, and we'll present this in the morning to him during announcements if we can. Okay? And the next one, Diego Salazar. So one thing about Diego is I have to tell you, he makes me laugh every day. He has such a great personality. He keeps the seriousness in the subject, but the fun in the classroom. So I'm very proud of you, and thank you for such a great day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you have your DNA? And this student is, again, remarkable. I got the pleasure of being able to hear the interviews during with SARSEP, and the way these students answered the questions, to me, they sound like they were in high school. The maturity and the way they answered their questions, I was getting chills just sitting, you know, in the other room, and but I could hear them, and I would check on them, and they were calm, and I would think I was more nervous than they were. And I'm super proud of all of them in that aspect. That gave them the motivation to, you know, give that positive and more refreshing presentation to the interviewers. But Augustine is, again, he has a great personality. He's always smiling. He comes to class happy, and with the seriousness, he still, you know, takes the subject serious. But science is fun, and I didn't really realize how much fun it is until this year.
That's awesome.
So I want to present this certificate to him for outstanding and being outstanding and winning and everything that we did on Saturday. Yeah, it was. So I have to tell you something. Don't leave it. Stay here. So he shows up in this cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and this blazer, and I was so impressed. And even the judges made a comment to him when he got on stage, you know, and he carries himself very well. He was very respectful, and again, he's great. And I know that you already have one of these already, but I wanted you, if you would show the board what I made for you guys. If you would, yeah. This is his project. Okay, good. Here. And so I made one for Augustine, myself, of course, Mr. Rascon, and Mr. Vasquez, that we can have. And so that's the slide that they have to present, the whole project on one, and that in the paper. But I wanted to preserve this for us, of course, because I'm proud, and for Mr. Rascon and Mr. Vasquez being there, and for you. And I put on there your name and your grade in the year in your awards. And we were shocked, we were really surprised that he got the one award. We were so excited, but then he ended up getting 2. And then behind each certificate, we found a check behind each of $100 each. So he's going to work on his go-kart now. But so I want to thank Mr. Rascon for giving me this opportunity this year. I've had a lot of fun, and now that I know these processes, we're gonna take it by storm next year.
How about that? Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Salter. So up next, we have 2 special recognitions. And for this, I do need Mr. Rascon. So Mr. Vasquez, Ms. Salter, thank you for your commitment. Thank you for helping our Cobras, and thank you for everything that you do, for us and for them. So we have a special recognition for Mr. Vasquez.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Well deserved, Mr. Vasquez, and Ms. Salter.
Thank you. I just want to let you know that it wasn't necessary. I enjoyed doing this, but thank you.
Of course. Can we get a picture with everyone?
Yes.
Awesome.
Y finalmente, a los padres que están aquí presentes, nuestro más sincero agradecimiento. Sin ustedes, sin su apoyo, nuestros estudiantes no pueden sobresalir de la manera que sobresalen. Gracias del fondo de nuestro corazón, gracias por todo su apoyo y por tener hijos excelentes y ejemplares.
Good job, guys. Congratulations. Yes.
Mr. Rascon, did you want to say something? Mr. Rascon wanted to say something.
Just before. Just wanted to share that SMS, part of our journey with science, it started in November. In November, we started with a sneak peek of what our actual science fair would look like, and then in December, that's when it really came to life. Not only Ms. Suarez, but also the science team came together, and they did an awesome job. But then they moved on to the county fair, the Yuma County, and that's when Fiona Bell was able to bring back that first place for our school, and we're really proud of the family and also Fiona Bell. But then they also took on an additional challenge to go to Tucson, and that's where you guys hear the SARSEF competition. So that is a statewide competition where it's a STEM expo, but Agustin brought back again those 2 awards to our Somerton community. So we're really proud of our staff. Also, our staff is also looking out for additional grants. We started in November with Ms. Suarez. She was awarded $2,000 from the APS grant, also to enhance her classroom in STEM, but also some of our teachers here present, Ms. Salter, she was awarded, she did a GoFundMe account, and she was awarded by one donor $4,500 by one donor. Donor choose, I'm sorry. So that was part of her bringing additional enrichment to the science, but also our after-school program. She's currently doing forensics, she's doing gardening, and she's doing a lot of other stuff, right? So I'm just asking her to take it a step at a time. Like before you run, you have to walk, but we're very grateful that she's doing so. Recently, she was awarded another grant, and that is the Extraordinary License Plate Grant. That's also by the state, and she was awarded $1,400 and change.
We need to know what the change
but
is.
she was also, she's the one looking out and seeking these opportunities for our school.
Don't forget about the Arizona Science Center. That was the first one, $1,000.
$1,000. I missed that one. I'm right.
That's okay.
And then also present, we have Dr. Mojares. Dr. Mojares was also awarded part of the license plate grant. She was also awarded $1,500 for her project, also to bring that enrichment to Somerton Middle School. So we're very grateful for our staff, our science team, not because I was a science teacher before, and I'm not pushing for science, but it is awesome what our community and our kids and our families are able to do. So we appreciate the support from the district, we appreciate the support from our teachers, and that's how we're going to move SMS and our community forward. So muchas gracias a todos, y arriba las cobras.
So we're going to take a picture with the students and staff. Students and staff?
Yes, students and staff.
Buenas tardes, papás de familia, parents. Thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot that you guys are here supporting your children. Gracias por estar aquí apoyando a sus hijos. Eso es muy, muy importante. It's very telling of the students' work ethic at school by the support of the parents. So tiene mucho que ver que ustedes estén apoyando a sus hijos y el fruto es en verdad lo que producen los niños en las escuelas. Muchísimas gracias. Como siempre, you guys are welcome to stay. Están bienvenidos en quedarse el resto de la junta. No tienen que, a lo mejor quieren ir a festejar a sus hijos y eso es perfectly fine. So, bienvenidos en quedarse. Vamos a continuar con nuestra junta, pero si gustan irse, este sería el momento. Muchísimas gracias. Okay?
I just have a comment. Thank you very much for the staff, principals, community members, parents, students especially that have dedicated their time and their effort. Science is a big thing, and it seems like more and more science is fading away. But with the principals and staff's assistance to make sure that STEM doesn't fall through our school district and our schools, I really want to commend you. It takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, and a lot of free time of the teachers to stay after and dedicate that time, not only to make sure their lesson plans and everything's ready for their regular classes, but also dedicate more time for the extracurricular, and I really appreciate that time. It's very valuable, and please know that your time is valuable to us as well, and we thank you for that dedication. With that said, any other comments?
I also wanted to thank, I saw some grandparents here, so abuelos, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. I know they're already on their way out, but no, the grandparent support is just as valuable, even more sometimes. We know the grandparents get the parents there, and then they get the grandkids there too, so I just love to see the multi-generational support, and So I just wanted to say thank you. Muchas gracias, abuelos y abuelas. They're not paying attention.
Gracias.
Let's move on. 3.1, Mr. Duran.
Yes, good afternoon or good evening, everyone. Like clockwork, every month, you guys are cordially invited to the Somerton Thriving Achievers. We're down to 2. We have one this month, which it'll happen on Friday at 9 a.m. here at ELC. This month is ELC. We're really excited to host it for this month. Again, this is a great opportunity to celebrate our students, not only from our district, but also from our community. I want to thank those of you who have been able to attend, Ms. Clark, Ms. Torres. We got two more guys. And I know it's hard because it's during the working day, but if food entices you, then please join us because breakfast is delicious. But aside from that, it's just great to be in the presence of students who are doing such an amazing job. I also want to take this opportunity to introduce to you our HR specialists. We have Lorena Martinez. Look, they're so brand new, I can't remember the last name. And then Fanny Gonzalez. So they're doing an amazing job. Lorena has been in her post for 2 months, and Fanny just 1 month. And there's been some adjustments in our department right now, and so they're working really hard to ensure that we get the work done. I do want to also acknowledge the work that Mary has been doing with them. She's been instrumental, so I do want to give them a round of applause. Yes. I have to acknowledge that the work hasn't stopped and it's not going to stop. And so, I wanted to make sure that publicly you guys are acknowledged for the hard work. You are working for a learning community, so obviously we celebrate the learning not only from students, but also from our teammates. So thank you guys for doing so. Appreciate you guys. All right? Awesome. All right, so moving on, as you guys know, we attended the NIET National Conference earlier this month. It was a great learning experience. It was amazing to be able to travel with all of our leadership team. We were about 22 of us traveled, all of our principals, instructional strategists, Ana Fermanis, Ms. Kim and myself, and also Chantal. And in reality, just to expand on making sure that we are learning strategies to better support our teachers in the classroom and also to support our instructional strategists to become better coaches for our teachers. And, as it happens in conferences, we also had the opportunity to enjoy some downtime where we got a chance to really bond as a team. We had a couple of tours. We went to Washington, D.C., so we obviously had to visit some of the monuments. And thanks to Ms. Anaya, our instructional strategist from TDS, she was able to set up a very special tour of the Capitol. Ms. Anaya has a niece, I believe, that works there for Bernie Sanders. And so we were able to visit even the little office that they have there for Mr. Sanders. So it was a really, really nice experience. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it, because I surely did. Another invitation, we have our Special Education Olympics happening next Friday, March 21st. It starts at 9:30. It's in Somerton Middle School. It's a great event. I was able, they had one in November, and it was an amazing opportunity to just really enjoy a day with our, ESS population. I would love for you guys to also try to make it. I know it's a lot, but, when you come to these events, I tell you, you come out really rejoiced with energy from just the happiness that these students just have, all right? So that's that, and last but not least, more celebrations. We started our letter grade celebrations. We have our first luncheon with our Desert Sonora team tomorrow. Again, more food. This is gonna happen at 12:35, I believe. And so you guys are invited, and this is, an opportunity to celebrate the aid that they accomplished for this school this year, but also to go ahead and motivate them to do a great job for the coming testing season. The other dates for the other schools, Mary will be sending you those dates via an email. All right?
What school, Mr.?
Tomorrow is going to be Desert Sonora at 12:35. Please stop by. I think it's
will
carne
be there.
asada. Yes?
I will be there.
Awesome, I love that. Thank you so much for attending. Carne asada, pastelito, and then a good time to celebrate them. Okay?
12:30, right?
12:30, yes.
I'll be there.
That is it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Duron. Any comments for Mr. Duron? I have one. I did hear a lot of great things about your conference in
Awesome.
DC, and I also did hear about the great not the downtime, I mean, the downtime, yes, but, you know, the
Bonding.
collaboration, the bonding that you guys had. And I think it is important that, you know, principals, even though you meet here and have meetings here, it's very different.
It is.
An environment is different when you're away and you're able to disconnect and connect together as a team, as a family. But I did hear really good things,
Great.
especially the conference. So thank you for taking staff. I know there was a lot.
It was amazing.
I wish I was in the airplane with you guys as well.
It was fun, it was fun.
Or I could have gone, but I'm so glad you guys went.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Is Miss?
She's not here today.
Okay, let's continue. 4.1, board member reports. I'm going to begin with Ms. White.
Going back to SMS, those teachers, man, their love and dedication for those students is resounding. And just the fact that you're, the female teacher, she was so emotional. It just made me, you know, it's hard when the students get older and they're recognized in that fashion. And I look forward to what these kids achieve as they grow older and become, you know, young adults. And thank you so much for showcasing, you know, their achievements and their accomplishments and persuading them to continue on. Thank you. Good things are happening at the middle school, and I appreciate that. The Thriving Achievers, I went to February's Thriving Achievers. Thank you. It was here?
It was at Desert Sonora.
Here at
Yeah.
Desert Sonora.
Very nice.
Those things are a lot of fun, guys. It's nice to see the families, you know, with their kids and eating with their principals and their families, and it's always a nice event to attend. I want to thank ELC for inviting me to the Read Across America. Dr. Seuss books are no joke.
They're hard.
And I was not prepared. And it was like, I can't remember the name of the book, but it was about sleeping. And I was like, don't fall asleep on me, kids, because this is a long one. But I truly enjoyed my time there. It was a lot of fun, and I got to read to my nephews, so that was a lot. It was very special, and I look forward to attending TDS, I think, next week. But yes, thank you so much. Any invitation, please send it to me, and I will respond. And if I can make it work, I will be there. Trust me, I will be there. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Clara. That's awesome.
Ms. Arriola.
I had the pleasure and honor to visit SMS on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
It was very interesting, it was very interesting, but you know, to have kids at that age, working together, I just saw that piece in that school, you know, just going there and paying that visit, not to go see like I got you moment. It's more like I want to see the culture. I want to see, you know, what you. It's not on you. Oh, you guys can hear me? Oh,
Ahora sí,
sorry.
ahora sí.
Sorry. And just to see the cultures in each different school. For me, it was an honor to visit it because junior high is a special grade for me. So just to have that connection with the teachers and know that, you know, I see you. I see the hard work and the principals, and I know it's not an easy task, especially at that age, and having these teachers like Mr. Vasquez, Ms. Suarez, and Ms. Salter ignite that passion in science and plant that seed. As a former teacher, now as a forewoman, I don't like to say foreman, forewoman, a forewoman, I was able to see what we teach in the classroom out in the field. And it's amazing because now I have students teaching me. So let's keep up that science and, you know, being able to ignite those different curiosity. That it's not just teachers, it's not just police officers, being plumbers, having their own business. I have students that have their own business out there. It's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you for taking our kids in that direction, because it's very important for the future of our community and for them. They make a lot of money out there. A lot.
Good. Ms. Laura.
Sorry.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, going back to, you know, SMS is doing great things. It's really cool to see, and, you know, and follow on social media, and Big kudos to Mr. Vasquez and Ms. Salter. You know, through my job, my team has had the opportunity to work, you know, hand in hand with them this year with their top program. So it's neat to see that the excitement builds, you know, and then to see the fruit of their labor, and just you know, it's cool to get that lens and that perspective. But, you know, again, the cheerleaders did an amazing job, you know, recently too, and so there's just great programs happening at SMS, and, you know, however we can support you, you know, let us know. We can continue to support. Yeah, just, you know, huge shout out to our custodians. I saw the post. Thank you, you know, for all of your hard work, and then all the students who got recognized. I recognized a lot of Tigers there. You know, my daughter was classmates with them, so it was nice to see our OGS represented there as well. So thank you for always being here. You know, Ms. Rush and Ms. Garcia always showing up and being front row. And I know that, you know, Ms. Middleton, you're doing a great job leading at that school. So thank you all. Just, you know, nothing but thanks and gratitude. And you know, the seasons are changing, so I know lots of people are, again, getting sick, so my message stays the same. Wash your hands, stay hydrated, you know, get some rest, take care of yourself. Definitely self-care. You know, you cannot pour from an empty cup, so I hope you all are taking the time to pour into your own cups, and that's it for me.
Thank you. Mr. Castillo?
Well, you know, congratulations to the middle school. You know, I do want to say that I attended and I saw, you know, most of the board at the State of the State with Governor Hobbs about 2-3 weeks ago. We were able to have a small conversation with her, and you know, she did say that how with the new administration and everything, things are really uncertain. So we try to get some information from her directly, and she just says that she didn't have a straight answer for us. I do want to apologize for the Read Across America. I know I confirmed with some of the schools. I wasn't able to make it. These last 2 weeks have been a bit chaotic. I also want to go ahead and just kind of mention that I know we all received an anonymous email, and I just want to, you know, reiterate that, you know, as board members, we cannot respond, and we will not respond to any anonymous email. If any staff, if anyone has something to address, you know, with the board or with administration, you know, it needs to be done through the proper channels. So I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I know Mr. Dron shared a policy with all board members, and we just will not respond to any of that. I also wanted to say that the Summer Leadership Institute, that is scheduled from June 5th through the 7th. So if you guys can, you know, can make it, you know, let Mary or Mr. Dron know. And also, I mean, thank God for technology, right? Because I'm right now, like Ms. Delgadillo said earlier, I am in DC right now, fulfilling my city duties. That's why, unfortunately, I can't be there with you all. And you know, and really, that's really all I have. I mean, I joined virtually, and I've had my camera on, so I want to, you know, make sure that, you know, whenever we join virtually, we also have our cameras on to make sure that we're that Antonio making sure that everything is working properly. And that's all I have. I mean, I've been able to hear you all very, very well.
Thank you. I too want to iterate that we, Mr. Castillo and I, wearing our city council hat, did visit the governor's office, and we were a bit concerned about the new administration and cuts on the federal government and the Department of Education. And obviously, I mean, they're still up in air. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. The funding, and I mean, we're just really worried because of our small community. We are a rural community, and so that impact is going to affect us greatly. But, you know, we just wanted to make sure that she understood and where we were coming from, because we also represent the school board and our district within our city. I want to thank ELC as well for inviting me to the Read Across America. It was pretty funny because I had second graders, and I just clicked, and my hat went on as a teacher, and my friend who was in charge of that program just like, hurry up, Mira. And I'm like, but I was talking to them and telling them how as a teacher I Desert Sonora and fourth grade, and I just went on, and I forgot I had to begin to read, and so I had, she was in the back whipping her fingers and telling me to hurry up, and so she can do that to me, but, and it was pretty funny, but I did, and I enjoyed it, and thank you so much for ELC for inviting me, and I also want to thank TDS for inviting me as well, but I have a meeting that day at 8 o'clock, and I'm praying it gets canceled, because I really do try to go to these events, and I know I've never been to your Thriving. I'm gonna make it, somehow, I'm gonna make it, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to do it this Friday. Other than that, thank you so much again for SMS. It's come a long way, and, seeing the social media for all schools, it's great to see. It's wonderful to see, and I thank you for your dedication again, one more time. Thank you so much. With that said, we're gonna continue. Let me turn on my computer here. Let's go on to consent agenda. Does anybody from the board want to remove an item from consent agenda? Or has a comment? I do have a comment on the consent agenda for, is it 5.7 for all those retirement? Oh my goodness. When I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, I came in the same time this person. But, okay. Thank you for all that you do. And I know you're retiring, but really? You just like slapped it in my face when I read it. Any comments? I need a motion, please.
So move.
Motion was made by Ms. Clark,
Second.
second by Ms. Torres. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposes? Motion carries. 6.1, discussion and possible action to approve work calendars for fiscal year 25-26.
The motion is to approve the work calendars for all positions for 2025-2026.
There's a motion, and these are the changes for,
These are all, every role has its own calendar, and we
Okay.
have to make sure that we approve them.
okay. I need a motion.
So move.
Motion was made by Ms. Clark,
Second.
second by Ms. Arriola. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposes? Motion carries. 6.2, approval to contract the following employees through Education Services, Inc. for the Somerton School District.
So some of those retirees are coming back. The recommendation is to motion to approve the contract, the following employees through Education Service Inc. for the Somerton School District fiscal year 25-26 as stated.
Thank you. I do want to make a note that when I saw it on the consent agenda, I quickly scrolled down to action items to make sure it was there. I need a motion.
So moved.
Motion was made by Ms. Torres,
Second.
second by Ms. Clark. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nobody opposes, motion carries. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Thank you. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve or deny the release of teacher from this contract.
The recommendation is to approve the release of teacher from contract fiscal year 24-25. Resignation will be effective March 11, 2025 today.
That is today.
Yes.
And board members, you have your executive contact. Hopefully you read it. And so I need a motion, and this is only to release.
Motion to approve the release of teacher from contract FY 24-25, resignation effective today, 3/11/2025.
Motion was made by Ms. Clark,
Second.
second by Ms. Torres. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nobody opposes, motion carries. 6.4, discussion and possible action to waive or fine 1% to the teacher for release of contract for fiscal year 24-25, which is the one we just approved.
So based on policy, right, motion, the recommendation is to approve the fine of 1% of the teacher's fiscal year 24-25 contract.
There is a motion to approve the fee of 1% for this individual, and you also have your executive contact.
Yes.
Hopefully you reviewed it, and I need a motion.
Motion to,
I'll make a motion to fine 1% of teachers FY 24-25 contract.
Motion was made by Mr. Castillo,
second?
second by Ms. Clark. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Nay.
Ms. Arriola, nay. We have 4-1. Motion passes. 6.5, approval of out-of-town field trips.
So the recommendation is easy, right, to approve the out-of-town field trip for students. It's for the ELC robotics team, traveling to SeaWorld, which I kind of want to go.
I take my fifth grade students at Desert Sonora every year to SeaWorld. It's amazing. They'll love it. I need a motion.
So move?
Motion was made by Ms. Clark,
Second.
second by Ms. Arriola. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nobody opposes, motion carries. 7.1, any recommendations from the board for future agenda items? Please make sure we email Mr. Castillo in time in order for him to put it on the agenda. 7.2, Teacher of the Year Banquet will be Thursday, May 1st. Please see Mary if you will be attending, and the tickets, I don't know how much the tickets are, but
I think it's 25.
they're
yes.
$25? Yeah. Please make sure that you purchase your own ticket if you wish to attend. With that said, if there's nothing else on the agenda, thank you everybody for attending. Meeting's adjourned at 6:17. Juan, I beat you. Bye, Juan. Have a safe trip.